Hi there, I have some important facts for you. While NIO is down 17% year to date, China's auto exports surged 63% in 2023, and their domestic sales have increased by 4.2% in 2023. But as you can see, the stock price is down year to date 17%, and from its highest peak, down 87%. Or let's look from 2023, down 47%. While the EV sales overseas and in China have increased. But why the stock price keeps staying down? Well, there are more reasons, but in this video let's focus on the opportunities. As you can see, China exported 4.1 million cars in 2023. That's quite a lot. It's even more than Japan, which exported 3.6 million cars in 2023 in the first 11 months. And their domestic sales in China were around 22 million last year in 2023. Why is this important? Well, if you look at the total market and how much NIO sells, you can easily calculate their market share and their future opportunities. So, NIO sold over about 160,000 vehicles in 2023, which was an increase of 40% year over year, while the stock price went down a lot. But if you look at their total market, their future opportunities, they are quite huge. Let me explain. So, auto sales in China were around 22 million in 2023 and exports of about 4.1 million. So if you add them up, it will be around 26 million in 2023. And NIO sold only 160,000 cars, as you can see here, in 2023. Now, if we calculate their market share for 2023, it is about 0.61%. And this is quite tiny compared to their future opportunities. A market of around 26 million, which keeps growing. Don't forget that in China there are more than 1 billion people. And they also sell internationally. So they can have access to a lot of customers. Of course, you also have to look at their future economics. For instance, in China, the growth rate was only 4.2%. But the exports surged, a growth rate of about 64%. So the international opportunity is much higher than in China, for the moment, because China's economy has some problems in the short term. But they might rebound. And when that happens, also the growth rate will increase. It might be higher than 4%. Now, if you look at their customers, their international customers, you can see that Russia was a big importer. China exported over 800,000 vehicles to Russia in the first 11 months last year, 2023. So you also have to be aware of their customers, in what markets they sell. Plus, they also said that the demand in Russia and neighboring countries is slowing, and future export will depend on an expansion of EV sales overseas, especially in Southeast Asia, Europe, Australia, and others. They don't say anything about the US because there are low chances that they can gain more market share there. As you know, there is this trade war between the US and China. And if they try to go in that market, they might face some problems, especially NIO. But anyway, many things can happen in the future. You only have to be aware of their opportunities, where they can sell their cars. So, just imagine, now they have a market share of about 0.6%. And NIO is currently making about 7.7 billion revenue. Just imagine, if NIO doubles their market share from 0.6 to 1.2%, then NIO will make about 14 billion in revenue. Even more than that, 15 billion, something like that. Of course, if their market cap triples or goes even higher, let's say 5%, then NIO may make over 30 billion in revenue, as the market expects. If you look at the analyst estimates, they expect more than 24 billion in revenue by 2027. Of course, that may happen sooner than expected. As you can see in 2026, the market expects 22 billion revenue. Why is this important? Well, if the revenue grows, then they'll be able to make some profits. And if they can do that, NIO becomes profitable, then the stock price will go up. You might have a nice rebound, more than double, but only if NIO delivers more sales in the future. That's why it's quite important to track the number of sales if they keep going up. So far they have grown nice, an increase by 40% year over year. So that's great. Of course, you also have to think of China, because now all Chinese stocks are down. Not only NIO, also Tencent, Alibaba, and so on. And when China market rebounds, also NIO rebound. You might see an increase in the stock price easily. You may see a double or something like that, even though they don't become profitable. But in the long term, their profits will matter a lot. That's why you also have to look at their fundamentals, not only a rebound in China. So NIO has huge opportunities. Their market share can increase a lot, and they may become profitable, and your return may be quite huge. But as I said in my previous videos, there is also risk. NIO may not become profitable. That's why you have to take into account their risk. So the upside can be quite high for NIO if they survive and they become profitable. But if they don't, you know the answer. So this video is only about their opportunities. If you want to know more about the risks, then you can watch my previous videos, where you can find more about their competition. So that's it for this video, and if you have other questions, please let me know in the comments.